Certainty of death, small chance of success. What are we waiting for?
Fellas, I feel this is my lucky day.
Brilliant.
Hey, and welcome to another episode of Ranker. This is going to be a fun one today. We're talking about crime movies of the 2010s, and I've got a great panel here. Over here, we've got Zach Sheldon. Zach, how's it going?
Good. Yeah, this should be an interesting episode. I have a good sized list, and will be interesting to see the 12 that come out of this entire genre. So, thanks for having me.
Also, we've got Steve. Steve, how's it going?
It's doing very well. It's kicking off this week off with doing a rankum of crime movies of 2010s. I'm excited. I'm looking forward to it to see what kind of movies we're going to pull out of our today, you know?
Also here we've got Stephen. Stephen, how's it going?
Yeah, it's going well. Hopefully the audio's not too bad since I'm outside. But yeah, looking forward to this. A lot of great crime movies this decade.
And we will have one more person joining us momentarily. All I'll say to that is screw daylight savings. It messes everything up. But how ranking works is we each nominate a movie and everyone else will say yes or no makes the list. We'll make a short list of 12 movies.
Mike, can't hear you. Can't hear you, bud.
Well,
Now we hear. Now we do.
I don't know what you missed, but how we can works is we each pick a movie, we each nominate, vote on it. Zach, what's the first movie you're going to bring up?
Okay. So, again, it's interesting getting the first one because I have a couple movies that I think will be brought up later. So I'm going to go to the third movie on my list. I'm going to nominate Spotlight. I think this is a very intense at times, thrilling true crime movie with a lot of great performances. So I'm going to see how it goes, but I'm going to nominate Spotlight.
But Steve, what do you say about Spotlight?
I concur. I do love Spotlight. I think it's probably one of the best picture winners that we had in our last decade. And it definitely does. It's not a crime movie typically, but it's like a movie that investigates, you know, the cover up of the archdiocese of the Catholic Church. Those things that happen in the Catholic Church that we all know what happens in Catholic Church with altar boys. Moving on, but Tom McCarthy doing a great job in directing after he did, I believe this is follow-up to Win-Win, and Mark Ruffalo is delivering another awesome performance in the movie, and not just Mark Ruffalo, Rachel McAdams, I hope Michael Keaton's in this movie, a whole bunch of great stars in this movie that are doing what they got to do. I think Stanley Tucci's in this movie. You know, when you got to get Stanley Tucci in the movie, you know it's going to be a good fucking movie. So, yes, Spotlight.
Stephen, what do you say about Spotlight?
Yeah, it's not really it's not a movie you would think of as a crime movie per se, but it came up on many lists. So, and it is one of the best movies of the decade, and it's also probably one of the few times where the movie that should have won Best Picture actually did win Best Picture. So yeah, I'll definitely say yes to Spotlight.
But that Spotlight is going to make the list. But yeah, I personally would have gave Spotlight a slight no. I do love the movie. I do think it's good, but it's one of those ones I don't think of as a crime movie per se. It's one of those tricky ones. Like, yes, it came up on a lot of lists, but it's one of those tricky ones where it's kind of not the crime movie everyone thinks of that makes any sense, but that is going to make the list regardless. Steve, what is the next movie you're going to bring up?
The next movie I'm going to bring up is The Raid 2. So forget about all the action-packed blockbuster movies you've seen, seen like this year. Talk about a movie that came out almost 11 years ago, and it's the sequel to The Raid Redemption, which was an Indonesian martial arts film, which was basically, if you had Dread and The Raid Redemption, honestly, I take The Raid Redemption over Dread, but I still like Dread. This is literally an action masterpiece. It's an Indonesian cop goes undercover in order to bring down a powerful crime syndicate and expose police corruption. And at a 2.5 hour running time, this blows that 2.5 hour running time like it's nothing. This keeps you on edge, keeps you entertained, and keeps you with all those great action sequences. Thinking of the prison yard scene, I'm thinking about a very lengthy car chase and the climactic battle that takes place inside of a kitchen. So I'm gonna see how this goes. Raid 2.
Stephen, what do you say about The Raid 2?
Unfortunately, this is a blind spot for me, and that's a shame. I was going to try and see this for tonight, but I just didn't get around to seeing anything, to be honest. But I love the first one, and if someone brings up the first one, I'll definitely say yes to that. But I haven't seen this one, unfortunately.
When it comes to The Raid 2, I do really like The Raid 2. I think it's pretty good. And it's one of those ones I think is a masterpiece, and I think it is fantastic. And yeah, I will give it a slight yes. Listen, it's one that isn't that high up for me, just because I've got a lot of other crime movies I really like more. But it's low enough that I'm happy to say yes to it. But Zach, what do you say about The Raid 2?
Unfortunately, I have not seen it, but I have seen The Raid, and I wasn't the biggest fan of the first Raid, but I just haven't seen the second one. So maybe it's better than the first one, but I just haven't gotten around to seeing it.
But for that, it's kind of 50-50 on it at the moment. But what I'll do is, because we do have somebody else jumping in, I've written it down as a side list, and I will run it by him, see what he says, because he could change, he would make the list or not. Stephen, what is the first movie you're going to bring up?
Okay, I'll bring up it's in my top 128. It's a movie that I absolutely love, and that's came out the same year as Spotlight, and that's Sicario. Just really tense movie from beginning to end. Lots of great tension simmering beneath the surface. Great performances from Emily Blunt, and especially Benicio del Toro. And it's a dark movie too. So, especially what Del Toro does near the end of the movie. It's a Denis Villeneuve movie, and he's awesome. So, Sicario is one of my favorite movies of the decade. It's in my top 128 period. So, Sicario is my first nomination.
Yeah, I was late to the party when it comes to Sicario. I thought I think it was either last year or the year before, but I think it's a fantastic movie. I think it's great, and it's an easy yes for me. Zach, what do you say about Sicario?
I'm iffy on Sicario. I think it's good, but I think there are better Denis movies. One that might be brought up later. And I watched it and I thought it was good. So I'm going to give it a slight no.
Steve, what do you say about Sicario?
Hell yeah, to the motherfucking yeah, Sicario. We're getting this Sicario motherfucker up in this bitch. Viva la raza, if you know what I mean. Throwing that up to the Eddie Guerrero fans there. No, man, this is a very fucking tense movie. I know which movie Zach's talking about, honestly. Zach, not a fan of that movie in particular, but I am a bigger fan of this movie. Emily Blunt, Josh Brolin, you even have a really good meaty meaty supporting / cameo from John Barenthal, and Benicio del Toro just steals it all as the mysterious hitman who has his way, who just does he does something. It's something about Del Toro's delivery in this movie. He doesn't do a lot in this movie where he's overacting. It's a lot of looking and listening, and then he just reacts and then talks the way it is. But it's, and Steven mentioned it, that scene with Del Toro near the end, fucking just creepy as hell. Especially knowing what type of people are there. It's still fucked up. So yes, I think Sicario should be on here.
And so that Sicario is going to make the list.
So I have a question regarding John Bernthal. Is it Barenthal or is it Bernthal? Because it's spelled Bernthal, but and you're not the only person that has ever pronounced it Barenthal.
Phonetically.
Yeah, look, I don't know. Like, but,
I was just curious.
But for my next one, I'm going to go for a little bit of a wild card here because I don't know how this is going to go because a lot of people think of this more as a mystery movie than a crime movie. But I would argue mystery movies do fall under both categories, in my opinion. But and that is Knives Out. Because I think Knives Out, is a really good sort of mystery comedy and all that. I think it's a fun movie. I think Chris Evans is great in the movie. I think Daniel Craig as Benoit Blanc, is fantastic as a detective, and I really look forward to the new one that's coming out this year. But yeah, Zach, what do you say about Knives Out?
This movie is on my list, so it's getting a yes from me. I like you said, it's a mystery, but like mysteries always seem to involve that sort of area. So it's like, and I really enjoyed all the different performances in this, so it's getting a yes from me.
Steve, what do you say about Knives Out?
So I like this movie a lot. I think Rian Johnson's coming back from, I believe he's coming back from Brick. I think this is his first movie since Brick. Since Looper. And it's a great movie. It has a great cast to it. But I think there are better crime movies that should be on this list. So I'm only giving it a slight no.
Stephen, what do you say about Knives Out?
Yeah, so I have my top 12, and then I have a list of like 14, 15, 16 movies that are outside of my top 12, but I would say yes to. And Knives Out is on that list of the 15, 16 movies. So I'll give Knives Out, even though, it is more of a whodunit, mystery, but it's still, I still saw it on many lists of crime movies, so I think it counts. So yeah, I'll give yes to Knives Out.
That Knives Out is going to make the list, and jumping in sort of just in time, we've got Jordan. So quickly before I go to you for a nomination, what would you say about The Raid 2? I don't know if Jordan can hear me.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now.
Yeah, okay. Sorry, I had to unmute my mic. Yeah, The Raid 2, that's a definite yes. Yeah, that movie rules. That movie's so good, and I think it definitely deserves a spot. Probably the best choreography, or fight choreography that I've almost ever seen. And yeah, the movie's great. So yes.
Thank you, Jordan.
But with that, The Raid 2 is going to make the list. And Jordan, what was your first nomination? Everyone's only had one, so you only get one
cool.
now.
Cool, yeah. No, it's fair. Apologies for being
it's all good.
Late here. The United States doesn't have our daylight savings for another 3 weeks, so sorry, that's my bad. But yeah, I think I'll go for one that's in my top 10 movies of all time now, and that is John Wick. So and I think that I wouldn't consider all of the John Wick movies necessarily crime movies, but I think the first one for me definitely constitutes it as a crime movie because I mean they steal his dog and they kill him and they steal his car and like they're definitely doing some crimes before he decides to say that he's thinking he's back and yeah, I think it's just really awesome. And then he's kind of on a revenge because of those crimes and yeah, I think that John Wick is definitely a crime movie and yeah, that's my nomination.
See, this is where things get tricky for me because had you said John Wick 2, 3, or 4, I would have been with you. I don't see the first one as a crime movie. Well, yes, the gangsters are committing crimes by killing his wife and dog and that, but it's 2 and 3 where he starts sort of getting involved in like the criminal underworld and that. The first one I see is more as a revenge thriller than anything. So
okay.
because of that, I'm going to give a slight no, but I do love John Wick. I think it's a good movie. I just want that no. Zach, what do you say about the?
It's funny we're the opposite. Yeah.
See, it's funny, Malcolm, because it's like it was outside of my top 12, and it was in one I would say yes to. Now you have me rethinking it for a second, so you know what? I'm going to go with Jordan because it's outside of my top 12. So I will give a slight yes to it.
Steve, what do you say about John Wick?
Don't get me wrong. I really love all the John Wick movies. I love all of them, but I am going to have to side with Malcolm here. I do find the 2, 3, 4 as the movies have gotten their sequels, they actually have gotten better. And I do find the first one, in my opinion, the weakest one. But that's only saying something in compared to the sequels that have led up to the movie. I mean, yes, John Wick is the foundation, and it made Keanu Reeves a brand new action star again. But I'm also going to give it a slight no.
And Steven, so it's going to come down to you. What do you say about John Wick? First one.
Man, I'm really conflicted. Of all the John Wick movies, this is my favorite of them. And I do think it counts as a crime movie. No, it's I would probably rank it low on the list, but it's worthy of being on the list. So I'll give it a slight yes.
Yes.
With that, John Wick is good. And I'll just say I've also put the other ones that made the list as opposed to the Rage, just so Jordan knows as well.
Okay.
That copy's a little bit longer than.
So
okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
So everyone is on the board now.
Pretty much.
Everyone has got one on the board.
All right, cool.
But Zach, we're going to go back to you. What is your next nomination?
Okay. Do I want to go for a wild card, or do I want to go for one that I think could get in there? You know what? I'll go with one that I think could get on there. And it's not the one that you're thinking of, Steve, because the one that we talked about. I'm going to go with Nightcrawler. I think that is definitely again, thrilling, intense crime movie with an excellent performance from Jake Gyllenhaal. So I'll see how it goes, but I'm going to say Nightcrawler.
Steve, what do you say about Nightcrawler?
No, not a big fan of Nightcrawler. I think it's overrated. So move on.
Okay.
Steven, what do you say about Nightcrawler?
Unfortunately for me, it's a case of I haven't seen it.
Oh man.
It's good. Jordan, what do you say about Nightcrawler?
So I do think the movie's great overall, but when I'm ranking all these crime movies, it actually does fall pretty low on my list. So it's just not quite high enough to say yes to. Because I ranked about 60 movies for this, and I have it at 33, so I'll have to say no.
Yeah, unfortunately, I just haven't seen it. And it's one of those cases that I would have watched before this. I just couldn't find it anywhere to watch.
Oh, I think it's well. I don't know, you guys. I don't know if New Zealand has Paramount Plus, but it's on Paramount Plus, I think.
Also, apparently, I just googled and apparently it's on Netflix for me. So that's my
Okay.
bad. I also really wasn't focused. Sorry, I get you off there, Stephen. But I also really wasn't focusing on watching a lot of for this because I was focusing on other things. I've seen a lot of crime movies. I was like, yeah, I've seen enough. I don't really think I need. There's not much. I think I need to see it.
Yeah.
But if that Nightcrawler is not going to make this list, Steve, what is your next nomination?
Just give me a moment. I'm pulling up my review. Here we go. All right, cool. All right, so my nomination is Drive. Drive is just one of those fantastic movies that just creates a world and creates characters that are memorable. And the fact that it has a great soundtrack by Cliff Martinez with a great score as well. I think it's great. This is probably the best stunt guy movie that's not Fall Guy for Ryan Gosling. And also Ryan Gosling, you have Carey Mulligan, you have Albert Brooks in probably his best performance ever, in my opinion. You have Ron Perlman, you have Oscar Isaac, you have Christina Hendricks. If I ever see Christina Hendricks, that's an instant watch for sure. This movie is a complete move. Nicholas Winding Refn coming off of Valhalla Rising, and I think this became one of his calling cards in terms of making himself a mainstream name, and he definitely does it. It's a violent movie, and it just features fantastic performances all around from Gosling and especially Albert Brooks. So, Drive.
Stephen, what do you say about Drive?
Yeah, it's very high on my list. It's funny though, when the movie first came out, I liked it, but I didn't love it. But it is one of those movies that over the years has really grown on me, and I actually do love it now. So it's a definite yes for me.
Jordan, what do you say about Drive?
Well, I also have it on my list, and Drive is awesome. And I mean, the whole movie's kind of like centered around organized crime and like the mob and that kind of thing. And then he's their driver, and there's like robberies. They rob a pawn shop, and it goes wrong and all that. So yeah, and Drive rules. I love the cast, the way it's shot, the opening scene's great, and the music. So yeah, I'll say yes.
And it's funny, like Drive landed a little bit lower down on my list, just because with my list, it's one of those cases where I've got a lot of crime movies that I really love. That's like I like anywhere from 4 to 5 stars. It's like it's just one of those cases where there's some movies that I love that a little bit lower down the list. But I'm still going to say yes to it. Like it's still in that range where I'm going to say yes to. But yeah, Zach, what do you say about Drive?
Haven't seen it.
With that, we're going to go back to Stephen. What is your next nomination?
Okay. I mean, we're already past the first half, so I'm going to go with. I'm going to go with one that I think really needs to be on this list, and that's Hell or High Water. Great performances from Chris Pine, Ben Foster, Jeff Bridges, and lovely chemistry between Pine and Foster, and it's just really great. Story of when you find out why they started doing the bank robberies. I mean, it's just a great story overall, and it's one of my favorite crime movies of the 2010s.
Jordan,
what do you say about Hell or High Water?
I think Hell or High Water rules, and there's even maybe another Taylor Sheridan movie who wrote it. I think he wrote it. And that we might be able to include on the list. We'll see. But which we already included one, I guess. I guess you guys did Sicario before I got here. But
yeah,
which I agree with that too. So, but Yeah, and Hell or High Water is awesome, and I don't have it in my like list that I was gonna bring up to nominate, but it is in the realm. If someone else would have brought it up, I'll give it a yes. So I'll say yes.
I see the other one that you're thinking of, Jordan.
Yeah, right.
But yeah, I love Hell or High Water. I think it's great, and once again, similar to everything else, like it ended up quite low on my list just because I've got a lot of ones that I really love higher than it. Some of the ones that are higher, I kind of like if it's crime or not, but Hell or High Water, I'll give a slight yes to. Zach, what do you say about Hell or High Water?
Yeah, I've seen it. It's not on my list. I thought it was good, but it's not. There are my list. I feel has a lot better movies, but so I would give it a no.
But Steve, what do you say about Hell or High Water?
Yes.
All right.
Hell or High Water. Hell.
Everybody's, and for me to say yes is, everybody already made a good point for me to even why build the suspense and just move on. Everybody's already made a defense for Hell or High Water. This movie's here. Let me add something. This movie fucking rules, dude.
Yeah.
Taylor Sheridan, Jeff Bridges, Chris Pine, Ben Foster. Okay.
Yeah. There you go.
But that Hell or High Water is going to make the list. At the rate we go, this could end up being the fastest episode of Red.
Yeah, we already have 6. So
I thought it would be like one of the longer ones because there's so many, but
I think it's more of a case like people were just agreeing with the ones that are coming up.
Yeah, right.
But with that, Jordan, we go back to you. What was your next nomination?
Well, funny enough, so it was a different movie I was gonna bring up, but I just don't know if the crime is like that, like front and center to where like what I was gonna bring up, the people would say yes to or not. But so I'll switch over because we just had a Taylor Sheridan, so I'll go with the other one. So I'll say Wind River because Wind River is awesome. It's my favorite Taylor Sheridan movie, and there's a couple different crimes. I mean, there's murder. There's a sexual assault, like someone gets raped, I think, in it, and so then Elizabeth Olsen comes in to be like the lone FBI person to come in investigate, and she's just given a powerhouse performance. Just like for me, like maybe one of the best of her whole career, like maybe the best. But and then Jeremy Renner is great, and then some of the Native American actors, they're really good in it too. So yeah, I'll say Wind River.
I mean, in fact, like Taylor Sheridan seems to be connected to a lot of crime movies as it is.
Right.
Never seen any of his TV work though.
Oh yeah, you should see it. Tulsa King. That one's good.
I love Wind River. I think Wind River is amazing. And yeah, I don't think I've ranked Jeremy Renner's movies yet, but this might end up quite high up that list. But yeah, so it's an easy yes for me. Zach, what do you say about Wind River?
it's also an easy yes for me. This is the movie that I watched yesterday for this.
Awesome.
Yeah, and I think it is amazing all the way around. Great cinematography, a tense story, and I think this is, in my opinion, this is Jeremy Renner's best performance. So easy yes from me.
Yeah.
Steve, what do you say about Wind River?
I would say a lot if I'd seen it, so haven't seen it.
Oh, okay.
Stephen, what do you say about Wind River?
Absolutely. I mean, yeah, it's a really great movie. I'm not as high on it as I am as with Sicario, But it's still great. I still absolutely love it. So it's a definite yes.
But that Wind River is going to make the list. And it's coming back around to me. And I'm going to. We've got one movie that's got Drive in the title. I'm going to go expand on that and go Baby Drive. Because look, say what you want about Kevin Spacey, I think he is good in this movie, and I think all around, I think Baby Driver is a fantastic Edgar Wright movie in general. I think it's a fantastic crime movie, and which they really make the music a character in this as well. I think, I think the music really works in this movie. I think it's just one of those ones I think is really done well and edited well as well. So yeah, Zach, what do you say about Baby Driver?
I'm gonna make this short and sweet. It's on my list, so yes.
Steve, what do you say about Baby Driver?
As much as I do love Baby Driver, I do think that there are better options out there. So I'm going to say give it a slight no.
Steven, what do you say about Baby Driver?
I like Baby Driver, and it's on my list of that 15, 16 movies that I said I would say yes to if it's brought up. But we already have 8 movies, so we're starting to run low on spots. So I have to be a little bit more stingier with my yeses. And I enjoy the movie immensely, but I am going to have to give it a slight no just because we don't have that many spots left.
Jordan, what do you say about Baby Driver?
Well, I mean, I'm a huge Edgar Wright fan. I mean, I got the Cornetto trilogy right there, and yeah, I think Baby Driver is awesome. And like when that movie came out, I went and downloaded the whole soundtrack. I was blasting the one from the trailer, the Tequila song, like the remix of that was awesome, and because that's like one of the few songs I can play on the piano actually. But yeah, I think that's great, and the cast and like the kills are just brutal, like the John Hamm and Jamie Foxx and Ansel Elgort, like all those guys, they're all great. So I'll say yes.
That Baby Driver is going to make the list.
We have 4 spots left.
3. I'll just double check. Yeah, no, we've got 9 spots. So it's 3 spots left.
What one? Then I need to see the list because
so we've got The Rage 2.
Yeah.
John Wick, Spotlight, Sicario, and Knives Out. Drive.
Oh, I forgot Knives Out. Sorry. Yeah, that was my fault. Got Knives Out. Okay.
But Zach, we're going to go back to you. What is your next nomination?
Okay, I'm going to bring up a wild card, and it's one that I don't think we kind of have on here, and that's kind of like a crime comedy. And I'm going to bring up Game Night. I think like that definitely it has the great performances, especially from Rachel McAdams and Jason Bateman and even Jesse Plemons in there. And it has that kidnapping action, but it also has the funny moments. So I'll see how it goes. I'm going to bring up Game Night.
Steve, what do you say about Game Night?
No.
Stephen, what do you say about Game Night?
I mean, I get the argument that we don't have a crime comedy, and I do like the idea of having different genres. But there's only 3 spots left, and while I do enjoy Game Night a lot, I gotta say no because we only have 3 spots left.
Jordan,
what do you say about Game Night?
Well, Zach, you're speaking my language because I love Game Night. Like that movie, like it's probably going to be in my top 64 at some point. That movie just cracks me up. I think that it's so much fun, and yeah, there's kidnapping. I mean, part of it like is about sort of like a like criminal underworld because like Kyle Chandler's character, he double crosses some crazy people, and they're have some drug smuggling going on and all that, and yeah, and then there's people that get killed. Some of it's by accident, but that kind of adds to the comedy of it. But there are some crazy like things going on that I think is definitely crime. So, I mean, even though it's a game night, it just goes way out of whack. So yeah, I'll say yes.
Yeah, I do like game night. I'm not as high on it as other people are. I do like it. I do think it's funny and entertaining. I do have to say no though. Like it's just not in the range I was going to say yes to. And plus, I think there is another sort of crime comedy that is much higher up that I think should be on this list. But Steve, what
I
is
tried,
your
Zach. Sorry.
Yeah, that's fine.
So we're talking about crime comedy. So I'm going to mention a crime comedy. I think it is a crime comedy, and it also has Kyle Chandler in it. The Wolf of Wall Street. The Wolf of Wall Street. This movie is basically just manic, crazy, and just like its character. I mean, this probably is DiCaprio's best performances of all time. I mean, he basically got the Oscar from The Revenant just because they didn't give it to him for The Wolf of Wall Street. And you also have a great cast. You also have Jonah Hill, Margot Robbie, Rob Reiner, as JPO would say it. And this was him. This was Scorsese at 71. He was 71 when he directed this movie. This was him putting all the energy that it would go to. Just all I can say is the Quaalude scene, comedy gold, Quaalude scene. So I'm the Wolf of Wall Street. Let's see what happens.
Stephen, what do you say about the Wolf of Wall Street?
Another one that I'm conflicted about, because I think there is another crime movie that Martin Scorsese did that is slightly better. But you know what? I'll give it a slight yes.
Jordan, what do you say about the Wolf of Wall Street?
Yeah, I think the Wolf of Wall Street's awesome. For some reason, I don't know why I didn't even think about that. Like, it didn't even it wasn't on my list, but it would have been right at the top because the Wolf of Wall Street rules. It's my favorite Martin Scorsese movie, and Scorsese's kind of been in the limelight recently. There's a documentary on Apple Plus about him, and then there's also some movie that he's producing, but I can't remember what it is. But the trailer just dropped. But yeah, and then he's got like one or two more movies in the works, something like that. Even though he's getting older, so the Wolf of Wall Street definitely qualifies. I mean, there's financial crimes and drug crimes and all that in there. So yeah, I'll say yes.
He's got about 3 movies he's produced. He's 2 movies, like there's one called Dime I Love, and then Handed on Tape. It might be one of those, I don't know.
Yeah, it could be, yeah.
But the Wolf of Wall Street is one that I actually really had to think about when I made like my letterbox list on crime movies. Because it's one of those ones that I never thought of as a crime movie, but it's like if you go to Wikipedia, it's listed as a crime movie. It comes up as a crime movie when you sort your list through crime and letterbox. So it's like there's a cat. So I mean, it's a yes for me. I love the Wolf of Wall Street. I think it's good. So it's going to be a yes for me. Zach, what do you say about the Wolf of Wall Street?
Yeah, it's a good movie, and I like Leo. I would have just given it a slight no just because I had other movies ahead of it, but it's going to make the list anyway. So,
yeah, the Wolf of Wall Street is going to make the list. Stephen, what is your next nomination?
Okay.
Oh, just real quick, the movie that he produced was that new one that's coming out with Robert Pattinson. It's called Die My Love. It's got Jennifer Lawrence in it. He's a producer on that. Yeah.
Yeah, I saw the trailer.
Yeah.
It looks really good, actually.
Yeah.
You know what? I'll see how this goes. This might not make it in, and that's fine because there's still a lot of great options out there. But I really talked to A Walk Among the Tombstones. This is not your typical Liam Neeson action movie. It's much darker than that. I remember people were more comparing it to Seven than Taken, and I think that's just because of how dark it is. And Neeson's great, and it's kind of he's a private investigator, and it's kind of like who used to be a cop, and it's this mystery, but it's about definitely counts as a crime movie, and I just think it's really dark and compelling, and so Walk Among the Tombstones is going to be my next nomination.
Jordan, what do you say about Walk Among the Tombstones?
Yeah, I mean, you talk about like one of the more underrated Liam Neeson movies. Like the movie's really good, and like I don't think a lot of people talk about it. And got a pretty interesting cast. I mean, Boyd Holbrook's pretty good in it, and then Dan Stevens too. So, but unfortunately, I do have it on my list, but just way low because I rated it a lot. So it's not on my like main list, but just like some other auxiliary movies that I just ranked, and it's kind of lower on it. So I'll probably have to say no.
But also, fun fact: the director of A Walk Among the Tombstones wrote Logan and the Wolverine.
Oh, nice. Maybe I should change my vote then. No.
Wait, James Mangold directed A Walk Among the Tombstones?
No, but Scott Frank, who's the screenwriter on Scott Frank directed Walk Among the Tombstones, but he was a screenwriter on.
Okay.
Logan.
You mean the same writer?
Yeah.
I misheard.
Yeah. Unfortunately, like I do love A Walk Among the Tombstones. I think it is good. I haven't seen it in a while, so I don't remember too much about it either. But it's just one of those ones like we've only got 2 spots left. I'm going to start getting a little bit more picky now as well. So yeah, I'm just going to be a slight no for me. Zach, what do you say about The Walk Among the Tombstones?
Haven't seen it.
And Steve, what do you say about Walk Among the Tombstones?
No.
Jordan, we go back to you. What is your next nomination?
So I think I'm gonna go with one that that maybe not everyone would consider a crime movie, but I definitely think that it counts, and it's an amazing movie that I saw multiple times in theaters. I'm going to nominate the Joker. So because I do think that it has a lot of crime elements in it, and I mean there's murder in it. I mean that's so that's in it, but and then I mean when you get to the sequel too, you see him kind of going on trial for his crimes and all that, but so you know that he committed crimes in the first movie, and it's like vandalism, murder, like all that, and it's kind of like also kind of like a social commentary of like trying to clean up the city and like get rid of crime in the city. That's always like an underlining in anything Batman or Gotham related. But yeah, so I'll say Joker.
Oh yeah, you didn't have to convince me about Joker being a crime movie. Like it's absolutely a crime movie. The sequel, I would probably argue is a less of a crime movie.
Yeah, probably.
Drama. But Joker, I do really like. I do think it's a good movie. But yeah, once again, I just have to give it a slight no. It's really low down my own list.
Okay.
I mean, I'm not. Look, I love the Joker. I'm not as high as other people are. But
yeah.
But Zach, what do you say about Joker?
This is one of the 2 movies that I am not a fan of, and I would instantly say no. So no.
Not a fan.
Steve, what do you say about Joker?
I'm not a fan. I like what it was doing with Joker, and I love what it was doing with his character, but I'm going to say no.
Stephen, it's going to come to you. What do you say about Joker?
Oh man, I don't like that.
Yeah.
Just because it is actually on my top 12, but there's another comic book movie that is much higher on my top 12 because this ranks at like number 9 for me. Like,
That's still in your top 12, right?
well, yeah, I said it was in my top 12.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
It's just I still have a couple other movies that haven't been mentioned yet that are higher, including a Batman movie. Sorry, I mean I wouldn't have minded making the list, but I'm gonna have to say no.
Okay.
Unfortunately, Joker's not going to make the list. It's going to come back round to me, and I'm going to go for I'm going to go for this one. I'm going to go for Three Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri. I think it's a fantastic movie directed by Martin McDonough, and yeah, it's just one of those ones like really sort of highlights like how some people can think cops can be quite useless at times, like and try to work out murders and stuff. And but I think like Woody Harrelson gives a great performance, and I think Sam Rockwell, Francis McDormand, I think they all give really good performances in the movie. I think and it's a really good sort of crime movie, and a different kind of crime movie as well, in which it's like. But yeah, so see how this goes. Zach, what do you say about Three Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri?
I thought it was good, but not great. So I'm gonna give it a no.
Steve, what do you say about Three Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri?
Don't hate it. Don't love it. I think it's overrated. Pass.
Stephen, what do you say about Three Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri?
I didn't even think of this movie because I guess I don't really think of it as a crime movie, but I guess it does count. And I absolutely freaking love it. It is in my top 128. So I'm going to say yes to Three Billboards.
Jordan, what do you say about Three Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri?
Yeah, I think Three Billboards is awesome. Yeah, I think it's really good, and I think but did you say that it was directed by Martin McDonough? And
Yeah.
he directed it? Okay, because I couldn't remember who the director was, but Martin McDonough, I think he's directing a new series with Colin Farrell that's called The Ballad of a Small Player, I think. But yeah, or at least he's connected with that somehow. But yeah, this movie is really good. I'm a huge Sam Rockwell fan. I think Frances McDormand is trying to like get the cops to investigate a crime that happened to her son. I think his son, but and then just all the chaos that ensues over that. So I consider it a crime movie, and I think it's awesome. I'll say yes.
That Three Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri is going to make the list. We've got one spot left.
Ooh,
Zach,
Roy
what is
gets
your next
super picky.
movie going to bring up?
Yeah, I'm gonna go for the top movie on my list that's actually on the thumbnail, and I'm gonna see if it'll make the final spot. I'm gonna go with Prisoners. I think again it's intense and thrilling, and just what Hugh Jackman has to go through, but you also get great performances from Jake Gyllenhaal and what's his name?
Hugh Jackman.
No, the other guy.
Paul Dano.
Paul Dano. I think all of them give great performances, and it's just like it. And it's my favorite Denis Villeneuve film, so I'm gonna say Prisoners.
Steve, what do you say about Prisoners?
it's an okay movie, but like there's so much one spot left. I think this is like where we're starting to get picky, and I think we have a Villeneuve movie. I know it's not your favorite, Zach, but I think we have a Villeneuve movie, and I think in my opinion, I think there's one auteur we haven't mentioned that should be on this list. But I'm gonna give it a slight no, just because I think we have a Villeneuve movie. I think Prisoners is okay, so I'm gonna say a slight no.
Stephen, what do you say about Prisoners?
Yeah, if it was brought up earlier, I probably would have said yes. But with only one spot left, I gotta say no.
And Jordan, what do you say about Prisoners?
I think everyone's fighting super hard for one movie that we all have that's going to be different than everybody else's. But yeah, I do have Prisoners on my list, and I think it's awesome. Yeah, like Prisoners is probably my favorite Denis Villeneuve movie. I saw it also 3 times in theaters, and it's great. And I'm a Hugh Jackman fan, and this just means I don't have to bring up a Fast and Furious movie because I maybe was. so, but if it makes the list, we'll see. But I'll say yes.
Look, I think there's plenty of crime movies. I think it will take us ages to hit a Fast and Furious movie.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. There's one I love though. There's one in particular, but it's
I love a few of them.
yeah.
But I like Prisoners. I just don't overly love it. So it's a slight no for me. I've watched Prisoners is going to make the list. Steve, what was the movie that you're talking about hyping up that you're going to bring up?
Guys, I'm talking about Christopher Nolan, and it's not the movie that Steven's mentioning. I have to mention Inception. Inception is a fucking crime movie. It's a heist movie. It's a dream heist movie. It's probably one of the most original sci-fi movies we had that's a not IP product that came from the brain of the Nolan brothers, Jonathan and Christopher. Dude, the cast is stacked. You had Elliot Page, you have Joseph Gordon-Levitt, you have Tom Hardy. Tom Hardy before he took on the mask. It's just Leonardo DiCaprio, Tom Berenger, Pete Postlethwaite. If you know Pete Postlethwaite, just look him up. Cillian Murphy. I mean, I can go on and on with the list. I mean, Hans Zimmer's probably also one of Hans Zimmer's best scores. Because if you know the Inception score, it's like bong, and just having that ring in your head, especially when you're watching that sucker in IMAX, it's just fantastic. So I think Inception should be on here.
Stephen, what do you say about Inception?
I like Inception a lot, but I would have to give it a slight no for, again, there's just only one spot left.
Jordan, what do you say about Inception?
So I do like Inception, but like over time, it's kind of gone down for me. Like it started out at maybe like a 9.5, like almost a 10 out of 10 type of movie, and then on rewatch, it's just like once you figure it out, it just doesn't hold up for me. It just kind of like it does hold up, kind of like it's not going to drop way down. It's still like a 7 out of 10 for me, but yeah, like I just have been like not as high on like what Nolan has been doing recently, and on Inception quite so much. So I'll have to say no.
But yeah, I will fight back on something Steve said. I think there's been a lot of original science fiction that's not based on IP since Inception. Ex Machina comes to mind. Interstellar comes to mind, and also
it does come to mind. But I mean, in terms of, I think I just in my
Life
opinion, was the most
Life comes to mind. I gotta bring
not life at all, or like death. But moving on.
Yeah. Why don't people like that movie? That's fine. That's a debate for another time.
This is tough for me because I'm looking at my list. There's a couple that I've got higher than Inception. I think should definitely be on this list. Another one from a director that has not been brought up yet, that is known for doing crime movies throughout his career as well. So you know what, I'm going to go a slight no here, Well, you still got Zach. Zach, what do you say about Inception?
I mean, I would have said yes. Because it's not on my top 12, but it's in the next part. So I would have said yes. So
Jordan, you said no, didn't you?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. It's I just want to check.
Yeah.
But if that, Stephen, we're going to go to you next. What is your next nomination?
This is tough. What do I think could have a shot at making this list?
Yeah. That's the thing.
Because I mean, I have movies that I love, but do they really have a shot at making the list? I'm going to go with. All right, I don't think this is going to make the list, but I'm still going to bring it up because I love it, and that's Bad Times at the El Royale. And, it's just. It's just a movie that I absolutely love. You've got Chris Hemsworth, playing a role that's unlike anything that he's played before because he usually plays good guys. Yeah, a lot of great actors like Cynthia Erivo and God, why am I blanking on her name from the 50 Shades movies?
Dakota Johnson.
Yeah, Dakota Johnson. Yeah. It's a movie that I haven't seen in a while, but I really love it, and so we'll see how it goes.
Jordan, what do you say about Bad Times at the LWL?
Nah, like I'm not that high on it. I think that it's okay, like it's watchable, but I just don't really go back to it that much. But I am looking forward to. I think that Drew Goddard, the director, is directing the project Hail Mary. I think so. So yeah.
Didn't I just hear too that Drew Goddard's actually doing the next Matrix movie?
Maybe.
I don't think I haven't seen anything about that yet.
I thought something came out from New York Comic Con about it.
Gee. Maybe, yeah, but
I'm looking that up as we speak.
But he's a great director, but I gotta say no.
This is Matrix 5, written by, but potentially on IMDb.
I wasn't even sure if they were gonna make another one after the last one they had. Oof, yikes!
Well, I mean, it's one of those ones like it's a big IP. They're going to want to try and milk it as much as they can.
Sure. Yeah.
The last thing that came out last year around April about it. As far as I know, that's still in the works. But yeah, yeah, I like Bad Times at LEL. I'm also not as high as other people are. If you had brought it up earlier, I might have said yes to it. But for the last spot, I'm going to say no. Zach, where is that? Oh, so.
But I did see something here that says Drew Goddard is set to write and direct The Matrix 5. While Lana Wachowski is attached to the project as an executive producer, Goddard is taking over the director role. So,
yeah, no, that's the same one that I saw. Because that was put up. But
yeah.
But Zach, what do you say about the Bad Times at the LEL?
I thought the movie was okay, and we only have one spot left, so no.
And Steve, what do you say about Bad Times at LEL?
Didn't see it.
That is not going to make the list. Jordan, what is the next movie you're going to bring up?
Well, now I'm trying to find one that people would actually say yes to, because there's one there's like 2 or 3 I want to bring up, and I'm like, I don't know if people have even seen them or if they would say yes to it. Well, so it comes down to 2 for me, kind of by the same director, and you know what? I'm going to shoot my shot for this and just see what you guys think. But I'm going to go with one that has a Safdie brother in it. I'm going to go with Good Time, because I think that movie is awesome. I think it's very intense. a One Crazy Night movie where where Robert Pattinson and you have his brother that's accused of a crime, and we don't know if he committed it, and then Robert Pattinson is on like a crazy chase to try and break him out and like clear his name and all that. So yeah, but like you're like on this like intense thrill ride the whole entire time. So it's a movie that like really surprised me when I saw it. Like I didn't expect much, and I was blown away. So I'll say good time.
I'm not a fan of Good Time. It's a no.
Oh, dang.
Zach, what do you say about Good Time?
I thought it was kind of forgettable, so no.
Oh,
Steve, what do you say about Good Time?
Jordan should have brought out the other one. I say no.
well, yeah. I wanted to shoot my shot at least.
And Stephen, what do you say about Good Time?
And for me, it's just a case that I haven't seen it.
But for me, it's back to me, and I'm going to bring up a director. I'm surprised we haven't talked about it. He had 2 crime movies in this decade, and his career is mostly crime movies, and that is Gone Girl, directed by David Fincher.
Oh, I never thought.
And this is one of those movies that, once again, it's not a typical kind of crime movie, but it's like you got Ben Affleck, who becomes the prime suspect in the sudden disappearance of his wife, and it's to try to help figure out what's happening. And I think it's a really good sort of more of a psychological crime movie, so to speak. I think it's a really good movie, and I think it's fantastic. And I think Ben Affleck is a great performance in it. And funny enough, I will say I was tossing up between another Ben Affleck crime movie for this. I hope
Yeah.
I hope I haven't made the wrong decision.
You probably did, to be honest.
But Zach, what do you say about
That is
Gone
true.
Girl?
People might question about that other one, maybe. I don't know.
Well, they weren't on this episode, so they don't have.
Yeah, right. Sure. Yeah.
I think the movie is good, but I have other movies that I would rather see on this list over it. So it's going to be a slight no.
Steve, what do you say about Gone Girl?
Oh, yeah. This so when I did this, when I got ready for Rankum, I made a list of 20. This movie is on my 20, but with a couple of subtractions that we had, and a couple of movies that I think should go on here over Gone Girl, I'm going to say a slight no.
Stephen, what do you say about Gone Girl?
Yeah, this is just another case of, only one spot left. So, got to say no.
Well, so much for a short episode.
It's still an hour. It's still just slightly over an hour.
Yeah.
But Jordan, what do you say about Gone Girl?
I would have said an absolute yes. I would have said a hell yes. Like, I don't know why I didn't think of this one either. Like, the list I was looking at must have included like some movies because yeah, like I absolutely love Gone Girl, and I mentioned it before. That's the first thing that I did after the biggest breakup I ever had. Just go watch a movie about a crazy bitch and just like just doing psycho things. And yeah, and also David Fincher is my favorite director. So yeah, I'm a fan. So I'd say yes.
But that's not going to make the list. Zach, we'll be back to you. What is your next nomination?
Let's see how many times around the circle we can go.
Yeah.
So I'm going to bring up one that has a relation to one that Steve brought up earlier. I'm going to bring up I, Tonya. I think it has an amazing performance from Margot Robbie, but also another great performance from Allison Janney. It's a true crime movie. It just sucks you in, and just you're there for the ride. So I'm going to nominate I, Tonya.
Steve, what do you say about I, Tonya?
Well, I enjoy the effort that Zach has put off. I didn't really think of I, Tonya as a crime movie. I mean, it is kind of, especially it's not just the main crime. I mean, there's a whole bunch of abuse happening, a bunch of extortions going on before the actual crime happens. But 12 crime movies of 2010s and on I, Tonya on it, I'm going to be very picky too because, yeah, I'm going to have to say no.
Stephen, what do you say about I, Tonya?
This is another case where I just haven't seen it.
Jordan, what do you say about I, Tonya?
Well, I feel like if we keep saying no, then we're gonna come down to these like movies that aren't that great, and we're gonna have to say yes to one of them. So, but yeah, but there's still some great ones out there. But yeah, this is on my list that I don't have it in my top 12, but I love I Tonya. I think it's great, and it's one that if someone brought it up, I would have said yes. So I'll say yes to I Tonya.
Yeah. Yeah. I love I, Tonya. I think it's a really good movie, but I'm kind of with Steve here. In the case of, I don't think it's necessarily a crime movie. Well, yes, it is about a crime. It's more a biopic first and foremost, though. Um, so yeah, it's going to be a no for me. Steve,
I think
what
she
is
does
your
get arrested for a crime though
What?
in that movie.
Oh yeah, no, I'm not. Look, I'm not saying there isn't a crime in the movie. I'm just saying I don't think of it as a crime movie. If that
Sure.
makes any
Yeah.
sense.
Sure.
Uh, Steve, what is the next movie going to be up?
All right, I know. Okay, so no pressure on me. It's the one last spot. So I'm going with 21 Jump Street. I mean, this movie is hilarious, top to bottom. This movie is a crime movie. It's a police procedural buddy cop movie. If this should be on this list, in my opinion. I mean, who would have thought to have Channing Tatum and Jonah Hill as police officer, let alone it's being pitched as a big screen adaptation of a Johnny Depp Johnny Gecko 20 Fox TV show. And dude, some of the most hilarious shit comes from this movie. Some of the best memes are coming from this movie. I mean, this is probably one of the funniest movies of the last 20 years. So let's see. 21 Jump Street. Prime movie from 2010s.
Stephen, what do you say about 21 Jump Street?
All right, let's look at my list to see before I make up my mind. You know what? I do love this movie. It is hilarious. I'll give it a yes.
Yeah, baby, let's fucking go.
Jordan, what do you say about 21 Jump Street?
Again, it's another one I didn't think of, but I love 21 Jump Street.
Yeah, I didn't see this movie on anyone's list.
Yeah, like so it's kind of weird. Maybe I should have gone crime comedy or something. I don't know. But when I looked up the list, but yeah, and I think that it's great. This movie blew me away, and it's one where that like really showed what Channing Tatum could do, like stretch his acting chops, and like Channing Tatum's made some pretty like interesting and impressive this decision throughout his career. He's really choosing unique and great roles that are like really boosting him up, and so because I'm really excited to go see. I see Roofman. I haven't seen it yet, but I want to check it out. So I'll say yes to 21 Jump Street. Yeah.
It's going to make the list. Look, I love 21 Jump Street. If you had said 22 Jump Street, it would have been an easy yes for me because I love that more than I love 21 Jump Street. But I would have given it slight. I would have given it a slight no. But I do still think it's a good movie. Zach, what do you say about 21 Jump Street?
I have one thing to say to you, Steve. Because it was on my list. I just wasn't sure if it would get the amount of love that it got. So it's a definite yes from me. So
yeah, baby.
Look, Zach, I think you're misjudging the love for 21 Jump. Those movies are really loved.
No, I know that. It just when we brought up crime comedies before, it just didn't.
Oh yeah, no, I know what you mean. But with that does bring us to the end of this list, to this episode. Stephen, what are some honorable mentions that you had?
Oh, I'm going first? Okay. Yeah, one movie that I wanted to bring up that I wasn't sure if anyone would even consider it a crime movie, since the crime story is actually a fictional story within the movie, is Nocturnal Animals. The Dark Knight Rises, I love that movie. The Irishman, The Equalizer, Dread, The Place Beyond the Pines. Takers was kind of an interesting heat light movie where that focuses equally on the cops and the robbers, and I enjoyed that. The Lincoln Lawyer, Lawless is enjoyable. Black Mass. The Raid, Redemption, and there was one other movie. Thief was okay too with Jason Statham, and a really underrated Arnold Schwarzenegger movie, Sabotage.
Jordan, what are some honorable mentions that you had?
Yeah, so there's a couple that I knew weren't going to have a shot, but I was going to bring up Fast 5 because I'm a big fan of that one. That's like one of my favorite Fast and Furious movies. And then the other one that like I don't know if anyone would even agree that it belongs on the list, but I was going to bring up El Camino, that Breaking Bad movie, because it is a movie and it isn't about crimes. But and then what else do I have on my list? I have the movie Queen and Slim. I think that movie is very underrated, so I would add that.
Nice.
I had the Nice Guys on there, and then I almost brought up Uncut Gems. I was this close to bringing it up. But
I agree with you.
Well, you know what? I wish somebody had brought up the Nice Guys, and I don't even. That's another movie that I didn't see on any list, but I love the Nice Guys.
Right.
That's okay. Nice Guys can stay off this list. I'm good with that.
but then a guilty pleasure for me. I like the movie In Time because that does have crime, but in a weird way. But not a lot of people are with me on that movie. I know. But then I had American Made, that Tom Cruise one, where he's a drug smuggler. I also had Murder on the Orient Express on there, and also The Brawl in Cell Block 99. So yeah. I'll leave it at that.
Yeah. For me, someone mentions I had, and some of the, and I will preface this by saying some of these are ones that people may not consider a crime movie. They just came up on many lists when I filtered my letterbox, like each year of the decade. Crime. Ones that came up. So Kingsman, the Secret Service came up, which which is probably high up on my list, but I didn't bring it up because I didn't see it as a crime movie myself. Both Blind Spotting and The Hate You Give came up. One that is a crime movie that I'm surprised no one brought up, Uncut Gems. I'm surprised it doesn't come up. Like,
yeah,
it was like 21 Jump Street or Uncut Gems, and I'm like, I think we're gonna get more love from 21 Jump Street than Uncut Gems. So like, I was deciding between those two. So yeah, it was a tough one.
Yeah.
And then the crime comedy that I thought might have come up, The Nice Guys with Ryan Gosling, but Ryan Gosling and Russell Crowe. The Nice Guys I think is great. The Town is the Ben Affleck crime movie that I was considering bringing up. I think that's great. A24 is Under the Silver Lake. And then the last one I will say that was close to bringing up is Logan Lucky. I think is a fun crime movie.
I love Logan Lucky. Logan Lucky is an underrated movie. Great movie from Soderbergh. Amazing.
Yeah.
But Zach, what are some honorable mentions that you had?
Okay. The one I wasn't going to bring up at all, but I love the movie and it would have gotten a no, but I love it, would have been Baywatch, just because I love it. But it's a crime movie, if you think about it.
I mean, and if you love it,
you are correct.
Go for it.
Now You See Me.
Ooh, yeah. I love
Murder Mystery. Premium Rush. I would have also considered The Equalizer. Murder on the Orient Express and Captain Phillips.
Captain Phillips. Oh, I guess Captain Phillips does count. That's again, some of these lists have failed me because like some of these are great, and I'm like, I never even considered them.
I mean, I think some of these lists, like, they're not going to go. I mean, obviously not going to list every movie of every genre, but it's like, some of them might have only been doing like top 50 and stuff.
Yeah, but I looked at like something like Wikipedia, and they weren't on Wikipedia.
Oh, the Wikipedia crime list is like when you get to some of the later part of the decade, there's definitely didn't put as much movies on those lists. It's like there's more crime movies that came out in those years.
Yeah, right. Yeah, they omitted a lot. Yeah, on these lists.
But Steve, what are some honorable mentions that you had?
You mentioned some good ones. You mentioned some not good ones. Nice guy. But Uncut Gems would have been up there. Like I said, It was between 21 Jump Street and Uncut Gems. Logan Lucky could have been up there. American Hustle. That's a really good crime movie. Green Room. Pain and Gain, the Michael Bay movie. If you've ever seen Pain and Gain, it's describing Miami how it is back then and still is today. So that's Miami. It's a better Bad Boys movie than Bad Boys 1. Black Klansman, I would have probably suggested to eventually. All right, so let me have a little bit of decorum here, just around the room. Documentaries. So these are two documentaries that I would like to mention, but I knew probably was not going to get on there. Active Killing and OJ Made in America. Anybody?
Yeah. Maybe OJ. Yeah.
Well, so OJ Made in America is a tricky one because I'm pretty sure that was like a 7-part series, though, which weirdly counted for the Oscars.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's what.
It's a little. It won the best documentary that year, and it's like a 7-hour thing, but it was screened as part of. So.
No, I get that logic. But it's just one of those tricky ones because even with it being nominated for best documentary that year, it was a controversial pick, regardless for that reason.
Right. Yeah. I figured it had a shot, but also like I mentioned, Active Killing. If you guys never seen Active Killing, I think it's available on streaming. So look up Active Killing. It's a great movie. So maybe next time we do a redo of crime movies of 2010s, we could probably include that movie the next time around. Hopefully, we'll see.
So
there's never
there were
seen it.
three movies that I'm surprised nobody mentioned that I was prepared to have to say no to because I really did not like You Were Never Really Here, and I thought might actually come up. The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo. I'm not a big fan of that movie, and
I like it.
And the one that I think is okay, but I think is overrated is End of Watch.
Yeah, that one was a borderline one for me. There's probably about 10 more movies I could bring up, but I mean, I'm not.
And regarding The Town, I like The Town a lot, but what makes that movie go down for me is the ending.
Yeah.
But just quickly, I will say I did almost bring up Premium Rush. I just didn't think many people had seen it.
I've seen it, but I probably would have said no.
But some other ones have come up in the chat. We've got The Place Beyond the Pines, Black Klansman,
nice, Brian,
Hustlers,
Widows.
That's one I wanted to see. But, Side Effects. How did I not?
Yeah.
Side Effects.
Yeah, that is a great movie. One of my favorite Soderbergh movies.
Brian brought up Molly's Game.
The
Other Guys.
The Other Guys.
But, The Other Guys is one of those. It's one of those weird ones where it's like, yeah, I get it. Killer Joe, Just Mercy, Patriots Day rather, Crane and Slim, The Mule, 999.
Oh, Tears, the one that I should have also said. I like that movie a lot.
Not Triple Frontier, 999. I don't know what that is.
I know that's 999. That 999 is a cop movie, but Triple Frontier has got Ben Affleck and Oscar Isaac, and it's a Netflix.
Yeah,
movie.
that one too.
Ben Affleck's been in a lot of crime movies.
Nobody brought up The Accountant. Like that's another Ben Affleck one. So, but there's a joke about the town in the new the Family Guy Halloween special where they're like going to. That's the town, but they couldn't find any baby face masks, so they're all dressed as like nuns. Everyone's going up to them being like, Sister Act, you're doing Sister Act, right? And they talk about like Sister Act made like $230-something million on a $60 million budget. You have to show it some respect. Come on. They like bring it up like the way we like bring that stuff up. That was kind of funny.
But yeah. Now it's time to get to the fun part of ranking this.
Ooh, it's gonna be tough. I think we have a pretty solid list all around.
Yeah.
Yeah, nothing on this
just,
list is bad.
Yeah.
just to recap. What we got left. We've got the Raid 2. We got John Wick, Spotlight, Sicario, Knives Out, Drive, Hell or High Water, Wind River, Baby Driver, The Wolf of Wall Street, Three Billboards, and 21 Jump Street. Zach, what do you have at 12?
Just because I haven't seen it, The Raid 2.
Steve, what do you say about number 12?
Just because I haven't seen it, Wind River.
Steve, what do you have? Stephen, what do you have at 12?
Baby Driver.
Jordan, what do you have at 12?
So I have one that I do like it, but I have Spotlight because it's just way too many people talking in rooms. So.
And for number 12, I've also got Spotlight.
Ooh.
It's not because it's not because I don't like. It's one of those ones where I actually had to think a bit. It's kind of borderline crime. Like I get it's about a crime, but it's also ones like I didn't consider it a crime movie per se. That's why I put it at.
You don't see them committing the crimes; they're just like investigating. Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I get the argument for why you would consider it crime, but yeah.
I get it. No, I take no offense. I get it.
Right.
I'll take all the offense then, Steve.
Yeah,
I'll
right.
take your offense.
Take every offense.
Steve, what do you have at 11?
Haven't seen it. Wind River.
Stephen, what do you have at 11?
Still Baby Driver.
Jordan.
So this is just getting really nitpicky, but I have Hell or High Water.
I put The Raid 2.
Oh.
The Raid 2.
Yeah. Dang.
Man.
Wah, wah.
Now I'll take all the offense.
Okay.
Yeah.
I give it all to you now.
Yeah. Take it back.
And then we'll give it to Jordan, just because.
Yeah. Right.
But Stephen, what do you have at 10?
Still haven't changed. Still Baby Driver.
Jordan, what do you have at 10?
Still Hell or High Water.
I went Drive. Zach.
Just because I haven't seen it, Drive.
Son of a bitch.
Ooh, okay.
Steve.
Killing me, Smalls. Wind River.
It is a movie. Yes, it is a movie.
Yes.
Drive is going to be 10.
Jesus.
I would have preferred Wind River.
Yeah.
Fall for it.
So, well, I would have preferred Drive to get eliminated over Wind River, actually.
I mean, I love both, but I like Drive.
Jordan, what do you have
Same.
at number 9?
So still Hell or High Water.
I've also going Hell or High Water. Zach.
Sicario.
Steve.
Same.
Stephen.
Still Baby Driver.
Ooh, okay.
Guys, you're knocking my 5 out of 5s down.
Yeah.
Stop it.
Who knows, Steve?
It's tough.
Steve,
Yeah.
it might be number 1. Yours might be number 1.
I'm hoping there's one. There's still a 5 out of 5 that should be number 1. So let's see what happens.
but I'm going to go The Wolf of Wall Street. Zach.
Sicario.
Steve.
Wind River.
Stephen. And Jordan.
I switched colors, so I don't know if you can see it very well, but I have Knives Out. It's in green.
All right.
Then we've got we've got Wolf of Wall Street. We got Sicario. We got Baby Driver. We got Wind River.
I'll switch to
Knives
Knives
Out.
Out.
Oh, you switched to Knives Out?
Yeah, I'll
Oh,
switch to
okay.
Knives Out.
That movie was very predictable for me. I predicted it in like
It was
20 minutes,
predictable,
so.
but it's a lot of fun. But also, it's
Yeah.
the least, like, the one that I'm like, is it really count as a crime movie?
I think it does. Yeah.
I mean, it does.
Well, there is a murder, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Murder Most Foul.
But Zach, what do you have for 7?
Let's give it up for Sicario.
But funnily enough, Stephen, I will point out, if you had not changed your vote, that's what the comments would have gone.
Oh, yeah. Too.
Steve, what do you have for 7?
Wind River.
Stephen.
Back to Baby Driver.
Jordan.
Well, I think I can vote for Sicario now.
Oh,
Sticking with Wolf of Wall Street.
looks like now I'm the one that has to take offense.
Yeah. So
I mean, somewhere out there,
I can pass it over to you.
Somewhere out there, you can hear Austin taking offense.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, Sicario
Yeah.
was, in my opinion, number 1.
Oh, okay. I'm not even sure what my number 1 is. I do have a list, so I should look at that. Okay.
I mean, my number 1 is The Dark Knight Rises, but I didn't even bring that up because, I mean, it's would a Batman movie count as a?
Yeah, it does.
I mean,
I would have
Batman,
Yes, sir.
Batman fights crime.
Yeah.
He's a crime fighter,
Batman-
sir.
But Steve, what do you have at 6?
Do I really have to ask? Wind River.
Stephen,
Baby Driver.
Jordan.
Well, it's a tough call. I had to think about it for a second, but I have 21 Jump Street.
I went Wolf of Wall Street. Zach.
3 Billboards.
Nice.
Got another 5-way. I got Wind River, Wolf of Wall Street, Baby Driver, 21 Jump Street, and 3 Billboards. The first comment I see will decide on what it's in, and if there's Leo again, and it's going to be Baby Driver this time.
All right.
Oh.
This means I have to actually change my board now.
Yeah.
The question is, when will Steve change his board?
I would never.
Yeah. Usually I don't go the whole time without changing my board because I feel like I'm throwing away my vote at some point. So usually 3 rounds, and if it doesn't go through, I just
Well, I mean,
switch it.
Well, the thing of it is, I haven't seen it. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true.
That Brian just missed out. He would have gone with Steve.
Oh, dang.
keep it up,
Good
Brian.
thing
Stay on here, brother.
Good
But,
thing that he didn't.
But just to recap, what we got left, we got John Wick, we got Wind River, we got Wolf of Wall Street, we got 21 Jump Street, and
then 3 Billboards.
3 Billboards. That's right.
And Wind River.
No.
So we've got 5 movies. Will we get a 5-way tie?
Yeah, right.
Stephen, what do you have at number 5?
John Wick.
Oh, we might.
Jordan.
So I didn't write the whole title, but I switched it. I went with 3 Billboards.
Sticking with Wolf of Wall Street. Zach.
3 Billboards.
And Steve.
It's not Wind River, but I would have gone for 3 Billboards, so I don't mind that being down some.
Yeah.
So.
And there goes my new number 1 since Sicario was eliminated.
Okay. Well, next one's easier.
Now there's absolutely no chances of ties.
I mean,
Well,
unless
I mean,
it's
two and two.
like 2 and 2, but
But we have 5 people, I guess. So.
True, there's still that, but judging how things are going, only there's not going to be a lot of people changing boards. But
Yeah.
the Wolf of Wall Street I've got for 4. Zach,
John Wick.
Steve,
Wind River.
Stephen,
John Wick.
Oh
and
no.
Jordan.
21 Jump Street.
But John Wick is going to be at 4.
Oh. Well, that's not my number 1, it's my number 2, so that's fine.
Jesus, you guys really love Wind River. I gotta check it out.
Yeah, you should. It's like
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Zach, what do you have for number 3?
You Can Rest Easy.
Thank God.
Wind River.
Steve,
Well, let's see.
Stephen,
Wolf of Wall Street.
Wow.
Jordan.
I've got 21 Jump Street.
I've got Wolf of Wall Street. So Jordan, you're the only one that didn't do one of those 2 options. Wind River or Wolf of Wall Street at number 3.
We can change your board, Steve, because I'm going to Wind River. So there you go.
And now you're going to vote for the number 1 movie.
Yep, now we're going straight number
okay.
1. It's between Wolf of Wall Street and 21 Jump Street.
Wow. 21 Jump Street. It's like the little engine that could, I feel
Hard,
like.
actually.
And 2 of them that I nominated.
Yeah.
You know, it's not a competition.
I can't help it. You should be knowing me by now. You know I can't help it.
Yes, it is. If you get the most nominations in, then you win, right?
I think so. I get a free spot in the next rank 'em.
Yeah. Right.
Let's not start that rumor. There will be people that will try and take advantage of that.
Yeah, right. Yeah, they really would. Some people are very persuasive.
Stephen, what do you say for number 1?
It's kind of tough, actually. They're both equally good. But I'm going with 21 Jump Street.
Jordan, what do you have at number 1?
That's got to be my favorite Scorsese movie of all time, The Wolf of Wall Street.
I went 21 Jump Street.
Oh, no.
Zach.
21 Jump Street.
Wow.
Steve.
I would have said Wolf of Wall Street.
The movie that I thought, well, I never thought of when I thought of crime movies. Yeah. But it is a crime movie.
Funny enough, I thought the same thing about Wolf of Wall Street when I saw the film.
Yes.
So,
well, it's all right. Because 21 Jump Street is great.
but with that, our top 12 movies, our top 12 crime movies of the 2010s. At 12, we got Spotlight. At 11, we got The Raid 2. At 10, we got Drive. At 9, we got Hell or High Water. At 8, we got Knives Out. At 7, we got Sicario. At 6, we got Baby Driver. At 5, we got Three Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri. At 4, we got John Wick. At 3, we got Wind River. At 2, we got The Wolf of Wall Street. And number 1, we got 21 Jump Street.
Really good list.
Yeah, it's a great list.
And Brian wants to point out, don't give Christy as any ideas.
I was not giving ideas. I was just saying there. I'm just saying there's a thing there. That's all I said.
Or people in this community that are very persuasive. They just try and persuade everyone to vote for theirs.
But anyway, that is the end of ranking for this week. Next week we're moving away from crime movies. We're going to a director who does lots of artsy fartsy movies, and it's Guillermo del Toro. Bit of a.
I love Mimic. I hope that does well. That gets high.
But Zach,
But
where can people
fans
find
live.
you online?
Yeah, mainly YouTube and Letterboxd at Movie Fan Z, and you can find me every now and again on the Movie Hero Network.
But
Steve, where can people find you online?
Well, they can find me at this little area right here, Mesa Media, at Mesa Media One on Twitter, Mesa Media One on YouTube, Mesa Media One on Facebook. I got a video coming on to. I got a video premiering tomorrow at high noon. It's Fantasy Super Cosplay Wrestling at Animate Philadelphia 2025. Check out the music video. If you're into mid 2000s emo songs, you like the song choice, so check it out when you can.
Nice.
Stephen, where can people find you online?
You can find me on Letterboxd at SShepherd82. You can find me on social media, just my name. And I don't have anything else lined up at the moment. So, but hopefully, I won't be. Hopefully, it'll be long enough that I won't be outdoors for the next time.
Yeah.
Jordan, where can people find you online?
Well, you can also find me here at the Movie Hero Network there, and yeah, we just do tournaments, tier rankers, and our so all next week we're taking the only break from horror that we're doing this month, and we're doing our 1990 ladder series. So we're going to be talking those, and then we'll be back at it with the best horror movies of the 2020s for a tier ranker. So we're doing that, and then I do hope to soon, and we have an extra open spot. Maybe someone on this panel might want to join in. Maybe two people. We'll see. But we're gonna be doing a trivia match. We don't. So we have a date set. Actually, it's going to be Saturday. I believe it's the 25th. If that's a Saturday, yeah. We decided on that, but it's going to be all clips from movies that have wrestlers in it. So if you want to do movies that have wrestlers in it, then just let me know, because we had one person for sure drop out, and then I think Austin actually wants to try to co-host with me. So if anyone wants to be on it, just let me know, and then we got some spots. So yeah, but that's where you can find us.
And you can find me on Tape Free Productions as I host Rankum every week. Next week we'll be ranking the movies of Guillermo del Toro. Should be interesting list. And then I pop up here and there. I'll be on the letter series this week, at least for sure, parts 1 and 2. Part 1 at the championship at the very least. Part 2 is iffy for me because of daylight savings. Screw daylight savings.
Yeah. Right.
But yeah, and I pop up here and there from time to time. I also host Beer from the Past on my own personal YouTube channel, Malcolm's Middle-earth Media. The next episode is still at this point WrestleMania 12. One of the days I'll get around to actually doing it. It probably won't be until a few weeks away yet. But just a side announcement to that, I am adding TNA pay-per-views and Ring of Honor pay-per-views to that reel, so it's going to be. It's not just going to be WWE that's going to be on that reel. So it's broadening my scope a little bit. But with that is the end of ranking for this week. And until next time, see you next time as I switch to there and in the stream.